Over the course of American history, there has been 44 presidents. These are the most influential people in all of American history. And 43 of these 44 were white. The current U.S. population is 62% white, 13% black, 17% Latino, and 8% Asian, as well as having 49% of the population male and 51% female. The 114th Congress is comprised of 435 congressmen. 80% are white, 10% are black, 8% are Hispanic, and 2% are Asian. Gender-wise, 80% is male and 20% is female. It's a similar case in the U.S. Senate. There are 100 members. Of them, 94 are white, 2 are African American, 3 are Latino, and only 1 is Asian. In this chart, you can see how the U.S. Senate's demographic is disproportional to the U.S. populations. Furthermore, 20 are female while 80 are male. Only 31 women have ever been elected for the U.S. Senate. America was founded by the people for the people. That means the government should accurately represent the U.S.'s population. This isn't just about race or gender. What it really comes down to is, are the people who are representing me sharing the same way of thought?
I work for the City of St. Paul as a real estate manager.
What would you say is the demographic of your workplace?
You mean whether people are racially or culturally diverse?
Yeah.
It is not very diverse.
No.
It's mostly white.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that kind of affects decisions made there?
I would say that it's not good to have, I don't know if it affects how we make decisions or not, but I think that if we are consciously or more likely unconsciously making decisions about how we deliver city services, in what neighborhoods and what gets attention and what doesn't get attention, and if we're biased in favor of people who look and talk more like us, then that's wrong.
Yeah.
So that's not a good way to do business.
Do you think that it should matter whether or not the workplace at government is diverse?
Yeah, I think it should matter. We're right now going through a big initiative called the Racial Equity Initiative, where the mayor and deputy mayor are very intentional about having all city employees go through training to understand what it means to try to be more aware of people who are different from us, but to really reach out and hire people who are of different racial and cultural backgrounds than us, and to make sure that we do what we can to reach out to the community to get even young people interested in the kind of work that we do, because it's very clear to us that the general population in the city, the makeup of blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians, and so on is very different than the makeup of the city's employment. So we have to be intentional and work hard to try to reach out and bring people who are different from us into the workplace, and to not be afraid of it, but to look forward to it, and to recognize if we have biases against people who are different from us, that we have to kind of name it and deal with that.
Okay. So do you think this should matter on all levels, all the way up to, say, Congress, and all the way down to just human resources?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there are some departments that do a better job right now, like the Human Rights Department does a better job. Public Works probably doesn't do as good a job. Parks and Recs does. But whether it's on the city level or the county or the state or the federal level, I think that we owe it to our citizens to have a workforce that reflects the demographics of our community, because then we're hiring people and we're recruiting people because of what their abilities are, not because of what they may look like. If we continue to hire people who look just like us, and I mean white people hiring white people, then then I guess you could say that is a form of racism that needs to stop.
However, slight improvements have been made. In 1981, 94% of Congress was white, with 80% of the population being white. But today, 80% of Congress is white, with only 62% of the population being white. In 2011, the Government-Wide Diversity and Inclusion Strategic Plan, or Executive Order 13583, was passed. The purpose is to promote a more diverse government workforce. Their main target is the SES, or the Senior Executive Service. The SES is involved in nearly every government activity: Treasury, NASA, even the Center for Disease Control. The government is trying to make itself more diverse from the inside, but you can help from the outside, simply by voting. If you want the government to represent your own ideas, then you can vote for someone who shares the same ideals. And if someone isn't out there like that, you yourself can run for candidacy. You have the right. Not only can you be active in politics, you can also apply for the government workforce. This isn't an issue that's going to solve itself. Everyone can and needs to help.